Hi, I'm Sarah Fletcher, and today I'm going to talk to you about how vital it is to make sure you've got full control over your social media. Right now, I'm watching a couple of companies who don't have any on Facebook and Twitter, and it's a little bit scary. So I'm sure you've heard lots and lots of reasons as to why you should be using Facebook for Business and why you need to be tweeting. I'm not going to go into those today. All those reasons you've heard, very, very valid. However, what I'm watching happen right now, this is the vital reason why you need to be all over your social media and really making the most of it and keeping tabs. So let me tell you what's going on with one of these companies. They are in the leisure industry, and until now they've been using the more traditional methods of marketing. And it's only recently that they've started to consider as to why social media could potentially be a priority for them. They have a large, dedicated community of people who use their facilities on a regular basis, enjoy the time that they spend there, and they want to talk about it online to their friends. Now, it turns out this company has Facebook pages they don't know about. Facebook pages that have incorrect information on them and reviews, both good and bad. And they had no idea they existed until their marketing consultant did some research for them and said, "Have you seen these?" No, they hadn't. Now the thing is, these Facebook pages have just become the online face of their brand. Because when people are searching online, this is what's coming up. This is what they're finding. So it's kind of hijacking their company, hijacking their image. So how does this happen? If you're a Facebook user yourself, you probably know that you can check in to places so that you can share with your friends and your family where you are and what you're doing. You've probably seen them in your news feed. John is having dinner at Jamie's Italian, or Jade is shopping at John Lewis, or Claire is working out at the gym. If the place on Facebook that you want to check into doesn't exist, you can actually create it. When you do, this actually creates a place page for the location that you are at. So what happens afterwards is, once you've checked in, other people who come after you, when they search, that place page that you've created turns up in theirs, so they use it to check in too. So suddenly, there is a business place page that's collecting likes, collecting check-ins, and of course, reviews. Now, for this company to read the reviews that have been left, it's fantastic. It's heartwarming, it makes them feel a little fuzzy, feels loved, it's complimentary, and it's the best marketing that they could possibly ask for. However, there are a few negative comments too, and the company haven't been monitoring for them because they didn't know these pages existed. So they haven't responded to them, they haven't dealt with them. So it possibly looks to people like these negative comments, these complaints are being ignored, which in turn has the potential to damage the image of the company. Then we go online and we look at Twitter. And there are whole conversations taking place on Twitter about these places. Now, they don't have their own Twitter profiles, but still people are hashtagging them, people are talking about them. Members of staff are tweeting as well. And the problem is here, they don't have a social media policy to adhere to. They don't really know what the company would like to achieve online. So some of it might be good, some of it might not be what the company wants perceived as their company line, their company information. So from my point of view, right now alarm bells are ringing. They really, really need to take control of this because they've got no input to the conversations that are taking place. So they have two options that they're looking at right now. Take action jump on board the social media ship and steer it in the right direction with a clear map and a strategy, or they could ignore it. They could not do anything about it and go on the assumption that if there's no official response from anyone in the company on these pages, then Joe Public will just understand that these pages aren't authorized by the company and therefore nothing to do with them. What do you think is going to happen? So obviously, you know which one I've recommended that they do. I've recommended they jump on board that social media ship and steer it in the right direction. Because for me, option 2 doesn't even exist. Nightmare. You can't just ignore it if people are talking about you online. If you find a Facebook page that's in your company name, you have every right and the ability to go through a process with Facebook that will allow you to claim admin rights to that page so that you can manage it. If conversations are taking place on Twitter, and you can show everyone that they matter to you, and you can thank people who are saying great things, and you can deal with people and, you know, try and turn things around for those who aren't so happy. And if a bad review is posted on your Facebook page, you can take action straight away because you want to show people that the happiness of your customers matters to you, that it's important to you. And of course, maybe you could offer rewards to people who say nice things about you. So having full control over your social media networks, Facebook page, over Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever's going, whatever people are talking about, wherever your communities are, it's vital because you need to ensure your brand is consistent across everything that you do, online and offline. And it offers you a proactive approach to customer service. And that's absolutely essential in today's world, in today's business, because this is what all customers are now expecting. Social media is here to stay, and it's only going to get bigger. This is your company that you've built. You've worked so hard to build, raise your reputation, and you run the risk here of someone taking control of that without your permission. So take control of your social media, know what's being said about you, and don't let anyone hijack it, because it's yours and you want to keep it and you need to protect it. So thanks for listening. It's been great, and I'll see you again soon.